So most of you will be aware of the rear axle whine that I've got on this car. I've been going on about it on and off for the past year or so. Pretty much as long as I've had this car, and certainly since I swapped the rear axles over. Yeah, it turns out I've been a very silly boy. Let me show you. So yeah, there's no leaks, you know, you can see it's dry as a bone. There is a bit of play there, isn't there? I'm not sure what's normal on these cars, but on the 700, as soon as you turn the prop, the wheels start turning. And on this, yeah, there's a lot there. Hopefully you can see. I'm trying to figure out if you can see it. Okay, let's check this level then. Maybe it's an 18 or a 17. We'll manage. It's way low. How did that happen? That was correct when I fitted it. So where's that fluid gone? Yeah, look, it's at the end of that. Right at the tip of that. See how bad this fluid looks. Oh yeah, there was some wear in there, that's for sure. Saw loads of dark grey come out for quite a bit of time before the okay-ish looking fluid followed it. Chunks, big chunks. Turns out the 240 exhaust is actually quite a good camera holder, tripod holder. Here we go then, let's see what a disaster we've got here then in this oil, and how much oil there isn't. There's probably a litre in there, if I'm lucky. Yeah, a litre. There's a few more chunks in there as well. Loads of metal. But you know, I don't really know what I'm looking at, so I don't know why I took it off, but I guess I thought I'd have a look and just see. So I'm going to start by just checking all the big teeth and the big spinny thing. And then just look at the other stuff. Today I'm off to buy a new rear axle for Lily, the Volvo 240. Now I was faced with a difficult decision. With the noise that she's making, with the whine, do I chance it? In 2 weeks I've got to drive that car
all the way across Europe to the UK, and I would have chanced it. I would have just filled it with fresh oil and just, you know, hoped I made it. If I had have broken down somewhere in Europe with a blown differential, yeah, it doesn't bear thinking about, does it? So I thought, well, if I can find an axle, I'll fit one, I'll buy it and I'll fit it, because it's the right thing to do. You know, it's a no-brainer, isn't it, really? Yeah, so there is a bit of time pressure, so I'm gonna have to get a move on. I'm on my way to the garage now. I'm gonna pull the axle out of Lily, then I'm gonna go to this other guy, to his workshop, help him take the axle out of that car, and yeah, then swap them over and then get the new one into Lily. Before our hands are totally filthy, as mine basically already are, but we can disconnect the handbrake cables. Important to be gentle with it as well, otherwise that happens. 2 cuts, in fact. Took a nice piece of skin off there, as well as a little slice on that finger. Yeah, the most important thing is that I don't get blood all over my blue Pullman interior, because then I will be very upset. Close. Only got it on the floor mat and on the top of the cover, not on the seats, which is the main thing. This is why I normally wear gloves all the time, to stop this from happening. So I got this far and I'm glad I didn't get much further. So the guy just got hold of me and he said he's got to cancel. He's gone to his workshop. I was supposed to leave shortly to go there as well, and he said he totally forgot, but it's actually, he said he thinks that the axle's actually damaged because it was hit in the rear and the rear wheel is damaged. So he thinks the axle's probably no good. I mean, I wouldn't want to take a chance on it anyway. So yeah, so that's not going to happen. I'm just glad I didn't take it out, or at least get sort of halfway through, because there's still a chance that we have to keep this axle and just try it, because I do have one other potential lead, but if that doesn't go through, didn't happen. So what can we do? I'm just going to chuck in a nice thick oil and just send it. Hopefully it works. So normally these axles will take like an 80W90 mineral oil or something like that. Nothing too special. Obviously it has to be the GL5, the Hypoid, the axle oil. And yeah, so what I've done is I've shot for a 75-140, which of course is a nice thick oil when it's hot. As thick as you can get, really. And yeah, fully synthetic, all singing, all dancing. So designed in France, it says. So hopefully it doesn't explode in France. It's actually, I always thought these were just like a silicone, like a liquid gasket, but this does actually have a paper gasket, which I didn't realise, and of course therefore I don't have another one. Now the later axles with ABS, with the aluminium cover, no drain bolt in the bottom of the diff, etc., they're just a liquid gasket. You don't use a paper gasket, and if you do use a paper gasket you might run into issues because of the distance of the sensor, the speed sensor, from the ring in the diff that measures the speed for the ABS. So I don't have any serial boxes here, but I do have an Amazon thing, envelope, whatever you call it. Good old Amazon, eh? So yeah, this should do the job. Good thing about gear oil is it's nice and thick, so less chance of a leak. I think that will do. So this is kind of a scary moment. This gasket's no good anyway, really, but once I take it off, that's it. We have to get a replacement on there. Not very healthy. It's going to take me ages to clean it as well. If the whole surface was flat, I'd be more inclined to use
the silicone, but because it's got these ridges, it just looks a bit weird. So yeah. The storm's coming. It's raining into the garage as well, sideways, which is just perfect. So it's a liquid moly bottle, but it's elf oil. I'm using the liquid moly bottle because it's got the straw. You don't have to worry about this coming out quickly on you, because it is very thick stuff. There it goes. Sorry guys, it's really dark, but it's the sound we're after anyway. So you can hear it very faintly now. I'm doing 40. You can hear it a bit. That's 100 kilometers an hour. Way quieter. Way quieter. Keep going. So now under load, I'm kind of accelerated a bit now, hard, 110. You can hear a little bit more now that it's under load, but not really. You have to be listening for it. It's much more slight. 120 now. I'm in the unrestricted part of the autobahn now, just before anyone gets a bit upset. Can't hear it, can you? Full load, 130. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to stop there. You know, I don't want to give myself a problem that I needn't have. I'm not going to go that speed on the way to the UK. It's only going to be, yeah, 120, nice and relaxed. But it's certainly improved, and it's good enough, I think, for me to chance it, I think.